Yeah, we're getting the big. Just join us in the queue.
That's the queue. Bit ridiculous, but what can you do? Right, so I just played the Metal Gear Solid competition where you had to extract the guy in 15 minutes. I managed to do it fairly quickly, but I glitched the game. So basically, you can't do it when he's indoors because the parachute won't actually grab him. So only I could kind of glitch the game. I was doing it fairly quickly. Not been spotted myself, but then all of a sudden, nope, you can't do it.
Okay, so that's day one of EGX, done and dusted. Completely sat at a terrible angle on the screen there. Ridiculous, I know. Anyway, I realised that a lot of the areas were quite noisy, so it wasn't really possible to record properly, so hence there's this whole after show recording thing. Long day, so yeah. Up since 7 and then leaving at 6. So yeah, quite a long day. Anyway, so quite a bit went on. As you can see, I didn't really get much time to record because on the Thursday I had a lot of developer sessions booked and things, so talking to a lot of them for a long time, like half an hour session at a time, so not a lot to show, but I did get to go around the show, but the next day that I go will be the one I'll do one more thing on the Saturday, and you'll see more of what's going on and more of the show floor and different things like that. What I can say is that the Guitar Hero, although it's 6 buttons, it's a lot easier than you would think, because it's 3 white and 3 black above, so you just got the 3 strands, and yes, you're doing that on normal, so, you know, it's not like easy, normal, hard, it goes 3, 4, 5 keys, it's just, you know, more notes as you play for the harder ones, and probably more switching out to make it a bit harder. They didn't really let you go on anything above normal, so I'll try and see if I can do that on Saturday, and get an actual piece to camera to show off the actual keyboard, guitar, because they do have one that they were showing to the audience as you were queuing up to get yourself familiarised, and you know, it was a bit mean to go, oh, can I take that stuff? I go there very first from the offset when they open, and they're not going to be busy and they're not going to mind doing a camera piece for that, because they didn't really have a separate one for doing press, which would have been ideal, really. But anyway, on with the rest of the show. A couple of other things that I did as well was there's a game that isn't at the show but is quite fun, Eternal Step, and that's a roguelike sort of action dungeon crawler sort of thing, sort of a bit like Link, you know, Legend of Zelda in the action and the dodging, and there's even a sword in it that has the swipe sword with the shooting out the projectiles, so that's quite fun, and there's a press challenge to get the furthest in it. I get to level 20, the boss, and everyone else is getting to level 11 and level 12. I had a bit of luck, I might say, to add on it by getting this one enemy that, by killing him, turned all the other enemies into legendary chests, which got me ridiculous upgrades, so it might have had a bit of a thing, but, you know, if you get 2, that's all you need. 2 lucky things, like 1 would be your sword, and then 1 would be your shield, because that's all the card you have, is your weapon card and your shield cards, and there were lots of opportunities to upgrade it because I had the good sword early. I think that made a difference, but obviously you could have gone on with half reasonable swords in between and not done it, so I can't say ultimately that that was the whole reason that I did so well. And there were a lot of other things, like I broke a few games as well. There was one that was a management sim on a spaceship where you had to manage the power, and somehow I managed to break that. And then Riot Civil Unrest was another, which I broke, but that is more of a problem with the actual main game. The game, it has independently coded AI for hundreds of enemies, well, I say enemies, but, you know, the rioters on the screen at the time. And because they all have their own individual AI and they react to how you've played against them for that entire period. So, say in the previous level you were really aggressive with them, they'll remember that for the next level and all that. So, ultimately it causes a stack overflow in the memory and eventually causes it to just, you know, flat crash the game. So, they're working on that. It's obviously early development, but you know, it's clever that they've individually given everyone their own intelligence rather than having like mobs of stacked crowds with a set intelligence for the whole stack. It's like each individual person in the crowd has their own AI and how they'll react and how they react to the situation. So quite clever, just a little problematic at the moment. Other ones, there was Assassin's Creed. What's the one? Is it Syndicates? Anyway, the one where you had to go to London and assassinate this one woman. There were several methods of going through it, and you had 15 minutes. Yeah, some people had longer, and mine, it felt like less, because I went to the one guy, and you could talk to the one guy, but then you've got the option. Either you help the one guy who wants you to assassinate the people, and he'll take you straight to her, or you go to the cop who's been locked up and free him. I kind of went for doing it all, because I thought if I had have rushed at the end rather than looking around for the guy who I helped first, who is supposed to escort you directly to her, I would have been fine and completed it. But I went and freed the cop, and then went and looked for the guy who was saying, "Oh, meet me here." He despawned because I helped the cop. So that might be a problem in the development at the moment, but 100% in it, you have to do that. So I ended up running around for ages trying to find him rather than entering the tower. That caused some problems. So yeah, I think the guy just flat out despawned. Then there's another game which was a point and click adventure, and it was like Jay and his friends, or Jay and Stranger. You walk off the screen and come back. The Stranger's gone, but the Stranger's body presence is there. It still says Jay and Stranger, and you can't talk to Jay, who you need to say, "Hey, I'm buying this food," and it's like, no, you've got this stupid other person blocking the way that you can't talk to or say, "Hey, get lost." So yeah, problems with that. I'm sure there was something else that I crashed and broke as well, but anyway, just ignore the fact that I broke games. Yeah, quite a lot of fun games. Pollen though. It was like, book up your sessions in advance. So VR exploration game on a space station, 4 o'clock session, you turn up, and then you get 5 minutes rather than the half an hour or proper play. Because it's, oh look, we're busy, we're not gonna actually let press have a proper go. You get to put something in a microwave, and that's it. Yay. That really lets me find out what the game's like and tell you about it, doesn't it? Anyway. Sub-Level 0 was quite a good, lot like Descent, but I'll be doing that in a separate thing, because obviously I've been promised a bit of an early access code to that, so that will be better off in its own video, but definitely something to look forward to. Absolutely hard roguelike. If you've ever played Descent, it has a good feel. You don't crash into the walls and take damage, thankfully, but really, really good. And what was the other one I did at 1 o'clock was Eternal Step, 3 o'clock was Civil Riot. There was a few others I looked at, like obviously I said Assassin's Creed. Then there's the energy drink sponsors everywhere. Tornado sponsors of EGX with a very strange sealing system, which for a start I thought that little hole on top was how you drank it, but no. Then I figured out, you actually open it the other way, and then it's resealable cap. Obviously, it just tastes like ordinary energy drink, as you expect, not its own particular flavour. Apparently, there were other flavours, like this one's a Storm one, but I guess I didn't get any other flavours. Maybe they just packed them out at different times of the day. It's like, we've ran out of this one now, let's go to the other flavour. But yeah, check them out if you want. Tornado Energy, I can't say I'd ever heard of them until this. Maybe they're just being launched now. But obviously there wasn't a lot going on Thursday either, like there's going to be the cosplay finals. There were some of the tournaments, like you saw a lot of the tournaments going on, and Metal Gear Solid, that was the one that I screwed up. Metal Gear Solid, there's a competition on that, where you had to go extract this guy as quickly as possible and then get out of there and get the highest score. So I go in, and I managed to avoid all the guards fairly quickly, find the guy straight away, knock him out, attach the thing on him to extract him. Thought I did it, but because he's indoors, he doesn't go away. Run 1,000 miles away without getting caught, and I'm wondering what the hell's going on. Why hasn't it finished the level? So it should really tell you, no, you can't extract the guy indoors or something. So yeah, that was kind of a bit annoying, because I probably would have won. because I was straight in without getting spotted straight out, you know, did everything perfectly stealthy, perfectly speedy, absolute perfect execution, buggered it up because he was indoors. So, yeah, kind of fucked it up. I should try again on the Saturday, maybe. Oh yeah, Walking Dead as well. Well, I say Walking Dead, it's the Escapist Walking Dead. Very unusual. Because obviously there's the tutorial level, so I thought maybe it was a plotline, storyline sort of thing, rather than the Escapist. But then when you get to the place, you're on Herschel's farm, essentially, with the sheds full of the zombies, and you're doing the roll call in the morning. You're like the cops, so you're trying to keep everyone under control. And obviously, I didn't get to play it too long because, you know, it could be a while before anything was going on. Nothing happened in the day-night cycle with I didn't see any zombies coming in and nothing particularly going on. So, you know what the Escapist is like, develops over time. So I'm sure as you neglect your duties or things, people might riot or people might turn into zombies that you have to deal with, and situations like that would arise. Be better and ideal to maybe get a press copy and have a proper playthrough to tell you more about that. But as it stands, you know, interesting twist on the concept. I'd like to see how it develops further. So maybe stay tuned here. I'll email them or something. I got the press bible of contact details, literally. There's like several pages of hiding the emails, of course. Press contacts for every single game at the show. And Abe's New and Tasty I got to play as well. That was quite a good remake. I think the levels are based on the first one. They looked very, very similar. Like, there may have been the odd twists and changes on the concept, and obviously it's 3D, so, you know, that's a full-on change. Stayed very true to the platforming elements, though. It's not like the one that everyone hated, apparently, which was Munch, because that just went full 3D, and apparently that's why the franchise went, or whatever. And there's some new guy, oh god, where is it? It is... 1 second... Alf's Escape, apparently. I've not heard anything about that. So is that going to be a new game? Is that like Alf's Odyssey sort of thing, you know? Are they going to do the whole thing again where every different Oddworld thing is a different type of game? Like there's a strategy game, I believe, as well. So I wonder what Alf's Escape would be. Is it going to be like Cookie Clicker or Candy Crush Saga or something ridiculous? I know I'm just taking the piss, but you know, I'd prefer it to be more of an Age Odyssey sort of thing instead of side scrolling, because that's what everyone likes and that's what they were looking forward to. So hopefully it would be something along those lines rather than something utterly stupid and ridiculous. But anyway, I'll bring you more on the main thing on Saturday. I'll have more time to go around, so I won't be sitting and talking to all the developers, so I'll play more games and play more and see more and record more. So thanks for watching and goodbye.